Jon Snow is a loser. Let's start there for this episode review. Jon Snow is a loser. Let me get this straight. You've been told you're a Targaryen. You are the true heir to the throne. But you'd rather have your auntie rule. This is the same auntie that you're screwing, by the way. And you're kissing and you're loving up, Papa, by the way. But you'd rather have her on the throne than yourself. How can I respect you? So, it's very simple. How can I respect you as a dude, as a guy, if you're not someone with any true respectability? How? Doesn't make any sense. So, see, for me, I think this episode, similar to the last one, it sort of had two halves, which again represented the best and the worst of the series. I believe the whole thing of them celebrating, it just seemed odd. Based on just what Game of Thrones was, because I was like, because in my mind I thought, okay, maybe the Night King is back, maybe I got things confused, but no, they were really celebrating the categorical defeat of the White Walkers. A threat that had been teased and shown since episode 1, it's done for. It's finished. So even as they were celebrating and everything, I was like, so what, I should be happy for them? Really? So for me, it just seemed a bit odd for me, you know. And I think even the whole Brienne and Jaime Lannister thing, for me, it just seemed a bit odd, and it just seemed a bit forced and a bit too Hollywood. It seems like it just seems very fan service, you know. Like people are like, oh my gosh, it's so great that Brienne and Jaime are getting together. So yeah, it just felt very fan service, you know, the way that was done and that was just executed. So, but I think obviously one of the biggest things in this was obviously how I was now seeing the change in the Khaleesi, you know. She's now pretty much seeing how people react to Jon Snow. We're seeing a bit of change in character within her, and I think that was a really big theme in this episode and how people would then react to that, because this fits into what I believe was the best scene in this, and a scene that's reminded me of about how good this show actually used to be. But I think the biggest reveal in this was, of course, your boy Jon Snow telling Sansa and well, sort of Bran revealing to Sansa and Arya in Jon Snow's presence that he is a Targaryen. He isn't actually a Stark, he's a Targaryen. And he says, don't tell anyone, please keep it a promise. And literally, the first thing Sansa does is tell every single person that she knows, because Sansa doesn't trust Daenerys. She believes that homeboy, your boy Jon Snow, should be that guy sitting on the throne, and he would make for a better leader than Daenerys. And I just think that, but then as it obviously went on, I think both Varys, I believe his name is Varys, and Tyrion, both advisors to Khaleesi, are seeing maybe a change in her and how she's becoming much more of the Mad Queen, you know, pretty much in the footsteps of the Mad King. And then they have that scene, and the scene that Tyrion and Varys has, I was like, oh my god, this is how amazing Game of Thrones used to be, because the acting, even the writing to an extent, and just the communication and just the chemistry that they both had, I was like, well, this is what it used to be. And for them, they're like, well, the Varys was like, nah, Jon Snow should be that dude. Even if he said that Jon Snow doesn't even want the throne, and he pretty much is pussy whipped. He's pussy whipped. So again, I was like, do you want a pussy whipped guy to be the ruler of the Seven Kingdoms? I mean, does that make sense? And you then had Tyrion say, look, this is treason, we cannot be doing this. But even Tyrion, he's in two minds with, I know he still has sort of like this belief that Khaleesi is the one, but he knows based on his intelligence and his experience that maybe Jon Snow would make for a better king, that maybe this chick isn't really ready to really rule. So that was really thing, but I think, it's all really all compounded upon, from 3 to 1. Two down, 1 to go. Khaleesi only has 1 dragon. I thought that was weird because for me, I didn't even know what the hell was going on. So they didn't see those ships, so they literally just just flying around, and they see those ships, and this is just what I just find weird. So I think it was Euron Greyjoy. You managed to hit that dragon from way away, and that guy had 3 quality shots on the dragon. Khaleesi was diving straight at you. You were much closer, but you still managed to miss. You managed to get a dragon from much further away 3 times. Khaleesi was much closer to you, and you managed to miss, I believe, 2 or 3 times. I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense whatsoever. So this also led to this massive confrontation and a bit of a dilemma. So you now had obviously Missandei, I think it was it's a Grey Worm or something. His sheep was captured. Showdown. Cersei is, if you want to take this throne, you're gonna have to come through and kill the innocents right through all the way. That's what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna surrender. And obviously, Khaleesi's like, look, you're gonna have to surrender, or else it is what it is. Tyrion. See, that's the weird thing, and it links into something else that happened. And I think someone made this point. I think I'm gonna give a shout out to Jodie's Corner. Yeah, Jodie's Corner. Great people. So Jodie's Corner actually made this point. So Tyrion, you just saw Bronn literally about to murder you and Jaime because Cersei sent him, but you still believe that Cersei is good, and you're trying to appeal to her goodness. I'm sorry, man. That makes no sense whatsoever. That makes no sense whatsoever. So, because as he was going there trying to appeal to Cersei, I was like, Cersei is too far gone. It's not going to work. So what the hell are you saying? You're supposed to be smart, bro. You're supposed to be smart. But look, man, Missandei gets decapitated. That was someone that was very, very, very close to Khaleesi. And obviously, before she does it, I think she says Dakaris or something, which means burn that mother. So yeah, it's all down, man. It's all going down. But I think, look, man, the metamorphosis of Khaleesi, it is very interesting. It is really interesting. But my issue with it, and I think the issue with what we'll have in the later series, is the acting has declined. Back in the day, the days of Tywin, of the Oberyn, of Ned Stark, and Littlefinger, you had quality actors, better actors who really levitated the material that we're given. But in Sophie Turner, Emilia Clarke, and so forth, the acting is just worse. It's just not great, Emilia Clarke is not a good actress, and that has proven that she's not really had any kind of acting career outside of Game of Thrones. She's not really had that much of a success. And because I believe there is a great character there. There is a great character there, and I think there is a character who I think would, even if the writing can be a bit ropey, I believe that her metamorphosis would work better with a better actress who could understand the arc and better portrays through a better, much heightened performance, because you're not only been given that via Emilia Clarke. It's just not happening throughout. So look, man, what's going to happen? 2 episodes to go. Look, I assume in episode 5 we're having the battle. I believe this is just going to be the battle for the throne. So it's going to be Cersei's army against Khaleesi's army, and they're both just going to throw down. Just going to throw down and just see where things lie. Someone reminded me, because I think I may have missed it. So where did Jon Snow go? Like, where did he go? Like, he was saying bye-bye to everyone, but where is he actually going to? But he's a loser. Like, I don't care whether, he doesn't want to rule. Bro, you're supposed to be that dude. Why should anybody even respect you if you're not ready to take up the mantle, take up the throne, and lead your people to glory? So why should anybody look, I just don't get that about the dude, man. That does not, that, it doesn't understand. It doesn't blend well. So, but like, look, all in all, man, you see, I felt that the episode was at its best in the second half, but just that scene with Tyrion and Varys was old school Game of Thrones. I was like, oh my gosh, like, oh yeah, this show used to be really good. This was old school where the characterization was on point, but the acting was on point, and the chemistry was on point. And it is going to be very interesting to see what happens. And maybe people will say, is the season too short? Because it just seems that there's been almost too much of a switch between there's been too much of a switch of Khaleesi from what she was to what she's now. You know, I was talking to some people about it, and they said, well, no, we've been seeing this throughout seasons and everything. Well, look, I did, you know, I don't think I have. I just think it's a bit too much of like, oh, so now she's crazy, and now she's mad, and now she's unhinged. I don't know. But yeah, man, 2 more episodes to go. I have no idea who's going to sit on the Iron Throne. I thought it would be Jon Snow. The guy looks like if he doesn't know his left from his right. So I wanted the Night King to sit on the throne. So the way it's going, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Arya Stark bloody sit on. She's just, I think she's the hero, isn't she? The hero. She was the flipping war hero. So yeah. Let's see what let's. It's going to be quite an interesting one. But look, let's just see what happens, man. I have my issues with the show, but we're almost there. 2 more eps. Let's see what it breaks down.